Hello everyone. In this module, you will learn about the next part of the plan and development, where you will know about the Planning Commission of India. So basically, you all get already get an idea that this chapter belongs to chapter 2 of the book Politics in India Since Independence, according to the session 2020-21 curriculum. So let's see that what is Planning Commission and that how the Planning Commission are worked in India. Now first, before we know about the Planning Commission, we have to see the scenario or the consciousness on the planning, that everyone, that in my previous video you already get to understand and get an idea that for India it's very much needed to do some development after the independence. So for in that consciousness, in that matter, everyone agreed that development should be in the that in the mean of the both economic growth, social and economic justice. That means everyone understand that if India need a that the development, then they have to be that to increase in the economical growth, economical development, as well as also have to increase the social and economic justice also, where by developing these two areas, the main role which is played by the government, because that government have a very important role and active role in our country for making this kind of things. So on that basis, that there was accepted the two consciousness. They all focused upon the 2 points. The first one is that development could not be left to the private hands. It's a very important one, that this is a very important one, that we cannot that give all the powers to the private hand. You all know that there is a one that public and another part is private, right? So there's a public is run by the government organization and private is run by the owners who have their own that profit zone. So we cannot that the development, if we are thinking about the development, we are thinking about the economical growth, then we cannot leave everything with the private, which right now we all have that our government are doing the privatization. So maybe the question will come in your mind that here it is given that we cannot be that left at the development proposal or the development area to the private sector, then why today we will doing the privatization, right? So the thing is that that during that time, in the time of the independence or just after independence, our country is not is not that much of development. We are thinking about the development, and in that initial state, in that first stage, it is not possible that to do the privatization, because if we are doing that in the privatization everything, then the owner will get all the profit, then the government cannot develop the countries. So in that initial stage, it is very much important it's very much important that the development could not be left in the private hands. It should be under the control of the government. Okay, so the government control is very much needed, and to control this one, a government need one institution. Okay, and that institution is who are working on the planning and development. So there another thing is that there was a need for the development government to develop the design or plan. Please remember that this point, that as we all know that we cannot be left all the things to the private hands. So for that reason we need that there should be that government control, and government can plan or they can design the strategies that how to develop the countries. Okay, now let's see that planning. Before we understand that the matter of the planning of our country, first we lots of time we are only talking about planning and planning strategies and different kind of things for the development. Now we have to know that what is planning. Okay, the planning is nothing but it is a systematic regulation of purposeful activity to achieve national goals. That for achieving the national goals, as because whenever you are see in the previous timing also, when I said you that if you are preparing for the examination, then you need to prepare that your timetable, right? Then you prepare that for how much hour you have to study, what are your notes, okay, then how you will write down in your paper, the that the handwriting, so everything is there which you have to plan before you going to the examination hall, that how you will get us achieved or secured a good marks. Similarly, in the same manner, that in the similar manner, the planning is a systematic regulation of purposeful activity where the national goals will be planned out. Now the thing is that in the Europe, during the time of the Great Depression, when everywhere this kind, that the this kind of depression is going on in the Europe, and in that only in that manner the reconstruction of Japan and Germany was also going on. And in this matter, 19 that in 1930s and in 1940s, Soviet Union, they are that they are reconstruction, give importance or give focusing on the reconstruction of the Japan and Germany, especially the Europe one. And this that taking care or the plan which is taken by the Soviet Union, that somehow favored the concept of the planning. It increased the favor of the concept of the planning, and in that manner, in our country are that their influence are very much, and then they accepted the planning commission. So please keep in mind that during the time of the that 1930s and 40s, that the Soviet Union during this time, okay, they are reconstructed some of the areas by how they are reconstructed. They are reconstructed by through the plannings, okay, through the plans and strategies, and this that their functions and their role are somehow are giving that concern to the concept of planning. And now the world known that through the planning, that through the planning or through the strategies, everything can be reconstructed and development will be done. So for that reason, in that timing, we all know that that India is somehow are influenced by USSR ideology. So for that reason, when it this kind of concept of planning was very much spreaded throughout the world, in that timing, the India also get influenced, and they are starting for getting the ideas and for increasing the concept of planning. And as I already said you that India was inspired by the USSR for their planning, for their strategies, and how they are that providing the basic necessity to life, that is that advanced education, medical care, technological skills, etc. You all know that whenever that in my videos upon the Cold War and of course the second chapter of End of the Bipolarity, in my videos I already explained that that Russia, or you can say the USSR, before the disintegration, they are that is the most important features of USSR, that they are providing all the basic necessities of life to their citizens. Means they are take care of the health care, they are take care of the education system, they are take care about towards the technology. So this all the that the features or the areas are provided by the government to the citizens of USSR. And this is why that this is the reason why that the India is inspired by the USA, because by planning that by planning the USA are capable for giving all the necessities of life to their citizens in advance, okay. And the people of there is no unemployment are there is no that lack of the they have the advanced that technologies, they have the development in their countries. Now the thing is that for by inspiring it by India, the most important thing was happened that in the year 1944, okay, a group of section of the big industries together, they had drafted a joint proposal for setting up planned economic in the country, which is known as Bombay Plan. See, by these points, I think one question maybe come in your mind, that if these things will be happen, if the India is influenced a lot, then maybe in that, during that time, the big industrialized, or the, that the business person, they all are only thinking about their own benefits, about their, that about their own profit. But it is not like that. In during that time, the peoples, they are, that in 1944, a section of the big industries, okay, a section of the business peoples, they gathered, they gathered, and they draft a joint proposal, where they demanded that we should, that set up some planned economic, so that, the planned economic, so that the government of country, that so that the government of country, they will they take some major initiatives in industrial and other economic investment. So all the control should be by the, that the state. So they wanted this kind of things. For that reason, they that they are gathered within their community, and they drafted one, that plan, and that plan is known as the Bombay Plan. Okay, so Bombay Plan, what is Bombay Plan? The Bombay Plan is a draft by the joint proposal for setting up, that planned economic in the country. This is known as Bombay Plan, as it is organized, that in the Bombay, because at that time, in the Bombay only, the cotton industries are very much, that developed, and it is very much, that in a big manner. So in that reason, some big industrialized, they are gathering in the Bombay and doing a joint meeting, and in that meeting they, that they drafted a planned economic proposal, which is later known as a Bombay Plan. Now what is the main motto of the Bombay Plan? Why they are making the Bombay Plan? They make the Bombay Plan only because they wanted that the state should take all the initiatives and control to develop our economical investment, to develop, that industrial development. So for getting the development, state should be, the privatization should not be there, the state should interfere into that. Okay. And finally, after independence, when our big country become independent, the planning commission came into being, as the prime minister is chairperson, because in that timing, the Jawaharlal Nehru, that the Bombay Plan, they wanted some kind of planned economics. So for that reason, just after the independence, the prime minister in that timing, the Jawaharlal Nehru, they are creating or establishing the planning commission, okay, for, that for doing the plannings. So I hope you all heard that 5-year plan. Okay, so these 5-year plans come under the planning commission. So we know in our next slide that what is planning commission and why they are doing this kind of things. Okay, now planning commission, that the planning commission, it is not, you can say that it is, that one kind of institution of the government, or you can say that one kind of, that branch of the government of India, which is formulated India's 5-year plans among other function, and also worked as an extra constitutional body which has given advice. So there is a two types of things are there. One is called constitutional body. One is known as constitutional, that body. Constitutional body means the articles or the laws which is already included into the constitution. For example, if I say that election commission, that in class 11 already learned about this, that election commission under article 324, that is that is already included. Then if you say that that the others institution which is come under any particular articles, so these all are the bodies, or these all are the institution which is already included into the constitution. And there is another one is that statutory body. Now what is statutory body? Statutory body means the body which that the that human rights commission, the Human Rights Commission, or you can say the Women Commission. So these are the commissions which are not included in the constitution at the previous, but after passing the bill from the parliament, it get a chance to include it into as an institution of the government. So I hope it's clear that constitutional body means that it is means the already having the laws, and statutory body means which is passed by the parliament. But the planning commission is known as the extra that constitutional body which has advisory, because that planning commission is not included into any of the article, so we cannot say it as a that constitutional body, we cannot say. And as well as it is also not passed by the parliament, so we cannot say it's a saturated body. Okay, so for that reason we call the that the planning commission as a extra constitutional body, or we can also say it is one of the advisory body. Okay, right. So after India achieved independence, India formally they adopted one model of planning, and that model of planning is known as planning commission. So after independence, India adopted a model of planning, because we all from the previous only you get and understand that everyone they are wanted that some planning should be there, because without planning we cannot be developed our nation. We need some strategies, we need some plan. So finally after independence, our country formally means officially they are that they are accepting, they are adopting the model of planning, and that model of planning is known as planning commission. So we can say planning commission is an institution of the government which is adopted by the India for doing the plannings as an advisory body. Okay. Now that planning commission was established on 15th March 1950, and Prime Minister is playing a role of a chairperson of it, and not only a single handed, but along with the Prime Minister there is a deputy the deputy chairperson which is known as ministry in charge, and some other members, those who helping for running and planning that this planning commission. And in the planning commission, their main motto or their main advice which is recommended, they only been effected, they only been adopted when the union cabinet approved this. That, so we can say that the planning commission was established in 15 March, and it was that the role play chairperson is Prime Minister along with minister in charge and some other. But you all know that the planning commission are giving the advice, but this advice is only recommended, is this advice only fulfilled when the union cabinet that the union cabinet they are approved this. Without the approval of union cabinet, not a single plan can be approved or passed out from this from this commission. And also it worked as to reduce the weightage of time and increase the per capita income. Now what is that means? That how we can reduce our weight of time by doing the planning means, if in the examination that there is a 10 chapters are there, and you have a that 10 days in you have, by through the planning you can cover your 10 chapters within 8 days also, by that by recalling or by remembering the main points and clearing the concept. So by the planning you can reduce your time that to completing that work. So in the similar manner, by the planning they are doing this kind of, and also as they are planning that where the money will be be spent, or what are the areas where we should do the budget. So different kind of plannings they are doing, and due to this reason the per capita income are somehow it is increased. Okay. And finally, but the thing is that this planning commission established in 1950, and it is that it is active in it is that so in 1950 it was established till 2014. Now why this planning commission are dissolved? See, in 2014 Narendra Modi after in that in his speech of independence in 2014, he totally removed or dissolved the that this body planning commission, and in place of this commission he established a new institution which is known as Niti Aayog. Okay, and in this year in your syllabus that especially the Niti Aayog that is included, and you have to you have to know this one, because in 2020-21 syllabus Niti Aayog is included in this chapter which you have to know. So I will make a separate video upon Niti Aayog. Okay, so right now what we have to know, that after planning commission that is run from 1950 to 2014, because in 2014 Narendra Modi that dissolved the planning commission, and in place of this commission they established an institution which is known as Niti Aayog. So I hope you all understand about that about this one, the structure of planning commission, and as well as that why do we need planning commission, why India adopted the planning commission. In my next video I will explain about the 5-year plans, that what are the initial or the earlier that the ideas for accepting the planning, and how the first 5-year plans are worked in our country. That's we have to know in our next module. So I hope you all understand this module and this video. That if any have this module, go through with the NCERT so that you will be understand in a very good manner along with these videos. Thank you so much for watching the video.